Hello everybody! Welcome to part 1 of my Axlandia walkthrough. Today I'd like to show you around the shanty town of Cumberland and the industrial village of Minoc. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, one thing that I like to do at my builds is put townsfolk around to give it more of a lived-in feeling. And some of them, like Fezzik and Vicini here, have chat bubbles so you can read and see what their conversations are.
No more rhymes now, I mean it!
Anybody want a peanut?
I also like to put an inspirational message from Bob Ross. This is one of my favorite quotes. There are no limits to our world, we're only limited by our own imagination. So here we can go to the left, we can go to Minoc, which we will shortly, but we'll continue down this path to Cumberland. And the first build we get to is this little house where miracles are made. Here we can see a nice flower garden with some wisp lanterns, wisp fountain, a couple of villagers having a conversation.
Beat it, or I'll call the brute squad.
I'm on the boot squad.
You are the brute squad.
Inside we just see it's just a basic witch's hut. We have a cauldron, some ingredients, a little bit of decoration, some cookbooks like Miracles Made Easy, a little chocolate helps the miracle go down, the difference between dead and mostly dead, and how to make the perfect MLT. This was a fun little build that took up some dead space. Looks pretty at nighttime too. And the village of Cumberland gets its own arch like all my villages do, just to give a little border. And the first build we come to is the Cumberland Mine, which this whole area is centered around. Here we have a couple of miners looking over this artifact that they might have just dug up. Here in the back we have some TNT boxes, help wanted sign. You could come here and make good money, $5 a day. See, there's a tool rack back there you just can't see over the bright light from the golem trophy. Over here we have an explosive storage and restroom facility, which is just camouflage for the portal up to my hub. I like to cover those up as they look a little unsightly. Here we have the smelting area. It's just a little functional smelter with a little decoration. Some coal piles underneath make it look like it's being lived in and worked on. Please don't destroy the berry bushes. There's only a few of these on this entire island. And here we have the Office of Mining Operations. This is where the big boss man spends most of his time, where you can come in and sharpen your tools, because a sharp tool is a happy tool. We've got a bench where you can sit down while you're waiting to get yelled at. The OSHA incidents board with my personal death count. Here we have a file cabinet so the boss can keep track of all the comings and goings of the operations of the mine, along with keep track of all the deaths in the mine, like deaths by asphyxiation, deaths by dismemberment, deaths by gravity, and deaths by self-immolation. And also a little custom desk where he can sit at and do his work. Here we have another villager walking by. Wonder who he could be.
Who's that then? I don't know. Must be a king. Why? He hasn't got shit all over him.
Over here we have a little campfire cooking area where you can roast some weenies. Here's a guy making a deer stew. Gotta keep the miners fed. And here's their little area for their shacks. Nothing fancy, because there's a high turnover rate, so they don't get time to build, real fancy houses. Some of them also have books like Journey to the Center of Valheim, some meads, chest to put their stuff. Here's another one, just has a little nightlight and a cot. Another townsperson. There's another miner's shack. He's reading around Valheim in 80 days. Further down the path, we get to the charcoal burners, because you can't really have a smelting operation without plenty of charcoal. Here we have a couple guys feeding the fire, piling up their charcoal, which this decoration is built around the flame metal node, which was a prize from a kitchen decorating contest that we had on the previous Happy Gamers server. I thought that looked nice. And the last little build over here is a fisherman's shack, where we have the guy out front here drying his catch of the day. He has a nice little shack, a couple beds, got some of his bigger catches hanging up. He has his own private dock. We can come out here and chill out, do a little fishing, maybe enjoy the sunset. Enjoy some peace and quiet. Up on the hill there we have Axington Manor. That's my personal house, but we might go visit that one of these times. Monument up there commemorating my very first fall death on the server. Well, I was building an inn that I tore down, which is kind of ironic. Puppies like to get in the way. Now we will continue our walkthrough down to Minoc. But before we can cross the Bridge of Death, we have to stop and talk to Old Man from Scene 24.
Stop! Who approaches the Bridge of Death must answer me these questions three. The other side he sees. What is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color?
Alright, now when we give him all the answers, we can cross the bridge and enter the town of Minoc, which I named after the mining and blacksmithing town of Ultima Online, which I spent many hours at. And also all the street names were named after towns from Ultima. We have Britannia Boulevard here, which is our main street. And our first build we come to is Roger's Shrubberies, where we can see Roger talking to a potential customer.
Did you say shrubberies?
Yes. Shrubberies are my trade. I am a shrubber. My name is Roger the Shrubber. I arrange, design, and sell shrubberies.
Must be doing good business, because his shrubberies are all over these villages. Which I made this just to look like your average garden shed. Nothing too fancy. Just a place where he can demonstrate some of his shrubberies, keep his supplies, like the purple bulbs and white flowers, maybe some fertilizer, his gardening tools, you know, just stuff you need to make shrubberies. And here's our next build, which is the town blacksmith. It's Mjolnir's anvil. Here we have a fully functional and upgraded forge. We have a little place for a blacksmith to take his breaks, because this is a hot job. Plenty of storage over here that's hidden under these cabinets, along with shelving for some supplies, maybe a place to keep his mail links and loose screws, armor oil. rack to keep the armor on that he's working on. Try to make everything look lived in, like it'd be from a real town. Next one we come to is the old tool time, where they handcraft everything with Binford tools, and you can have antiques made while you wait. Now this one has a fully functional and upgraded workbench. We have storage underneath. The only thing I really do here is make arrows, so I don't need much. Here we have a box of nails, all the upgrades. We have a shelf here for some furniture projects they may be working on. Your Binford 9000 table saw. Here we have a couple of guys looking over this chair that one of them made. May not have made it that well. Each building also has its own light source for comfort, because you can never have enough comfort. And here down Trinsic Avenue, we have a place to park my carts for, I have a general construction cart. They have two other carts that are out at the moment. One is just for make utilities and lighting, which supplies for making these lampposts, and another one for decorations. Here we have Thor's slot machine to get rid of unwanted items. And this is a house that the blacksmith started to build. As he started making more money, he saved up enough so he can finally move out of the shop. Here we have some bricks and some lumber. Over here is a couple sawhorses and some planks he's working on. It's a work in progress. Maybe someday he'll get done. Next up we have Arachne Spinnery. The Arachne hanging out in front of her shop. It's got a nice little bench here where you can sit down and actually get a comfort as you're under the roof. And yes, I died building a tiny house. Now this whole building was just to house the spinning wheel. I didn't know what to do with it, so I made like a little workshop downstairs. It's got storage enough to hold your flax in. Upstairs there's an apartment with a nice comfort level. So it's got a place for me to sleep with if I need to. It's got some decorations. It's a little festive, she likes Christmas. It's got a table, a little flower box, of course a bed. Got a nice view of the bakery through her front bay window, which I really like these bay windows, they're nice. She had a nice view out to the ocean until the blacksmith started building his house and ruined it. Hope it doesn't start a feud. Our next shop down the line here is Merlin's Marvels, which, as you can guess, it's all the Mistlands workbenches, which they're all fully upgraded. Even Merlin here hanging out. He's got a place to take his breaks. Here we have some more storage, so you can keep your thingy bobs and doodads. Never have enough storage. These ugly trophies which I can never find a use for. Oops. And here we go down Moonglow Lane. Oh, we have another townsperson.
I do not mean to pry, but you don't by any chance happen to have 6 fingers on your right hand?
No, I don't, thank you very much. So here we have the Sunset picnic area. It's just a little garden pavilion with some more Rogers shrubs. It's just a nice place to come have a snack, enjoy the sunset. Maybe cook some more wieners over the grill. Just a place to relax, have a nice time. Now we come to the Krusty Krumb Bakery. Every town needs a bakery. Underneath here we have a little root cellar, which is a portal up to my little hub. Here we have some supplies like Dr. Feelgood's herbs and spices. Maybe some fresh farmer's produce from Farmer Vincent. Smoked meats. Place to keep your ingredients cool. Up inside we have some displays in the windows. Some baked goods, maybe some desserts. Here we have a glass front cabinet with some more desserts and pies. Here we have the shop owner that is very hard to understand. Here we have all baked goods made fresh daily. Today's special is always buy one get one full price, and all items are guaranteed fully baked. Here we have a chilled display counter, some ice cream, because never have enough ice cream. Some desserts and other baked goods. They have the ovens with some ingredients. They do all their baking here on premises. Some more storage because you can never have enough. And speaking of storage, the final stop on this village is the old Home Depot, which is my drive-through storage, where here we have a desk where you can keep track of your inventory, see what you need to go out and get. Here we have a couple banks of storage boxes. And we have a portal here that can go directly to our farming areas, so we don't have to go too far. Makes things a little bit easier. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of Cumberland and Minoc. Please stay tuned for part 2 where we will tour the villages of Cursed Hollow and Rivendell. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing, as more videos like this are on the way. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.